Hey, this is Paul. This is one of 6 chassis for Shawn. This is a K4900. It needed caps desperately and a good reflow on the bottom. All the hot spots were taken care of. All the cold solder joints were taken care of. And we got a great looking picture. Beautiful. K4900s are one of my favorite chassis to work on and for longevity. This chassis is 40 years old and still looks great. All Nichicon caps, like I said, a good reflow on the bottom. These flybacks are rock solid. I've done, since I've been repairing chassis, maybe 5, maybe 7. They are really rock steady flybacks. They can't, they don't die. Everything else checks out. I'll box this guy up. Here's number 2. The fuse was blown on this one, so I assume something else was wrong in the circuit, possibly the flyback. I checked all the circuits. I checked the hot, the bridge rectifier diodes, anything that would cause the fuse to blow. So I couldn't find anything, so I took the old fuse out, somebody replaced with a 3 amp fuse. These require a 4 amp fuse, so that's probably why it blew. I put a 4 amp fuse in, did a cap kit, and it fired up, but it had a sync problem, so I had to replace IC 301. I also replaced the IC, the transistor going to the sync circuit, and I got it up and running and looking good. It's been on my testing rig for several hours, and it's just about ready. All Nichicon caps, good reflow on the bottom. This is chassis number 2, ready to go. Here is chassis number 3, full rebuild. This is another 4900. It was modded for a specific game. That's why you got the extra wide screen. If you want me to shrink the screen, all you gotta do is ask and I'll take care of that for you. But this one was meant for a specific game. Same thing. Caps, good reflow. Let me shut this guy down. This guy had some abuse put on it. This cap was completely, right here, this one was completely ripped out for some reason. And the RGB wires connecting to the neck board, somebody spliced more wires into them and then spliced them into this connector here. Apparently somebody cut them in at one point where they weren't supposed to. Let's see what else about this chassis. Oh, the dag wire, when this chassis was removed, whoever removed it ripped out the dag wire. Here's what was left of the dag wire connected to the chassis. So make sure this is connected to a good tube, because that tube, someone's going to have to reinstall a dag wire on it. That's about it. This guy's up and running and looking good. I will get this guy boxed up and I will move on to the next one. Here is chassis number 4. It is an early model K4900. It was missing blue. I fixed the blue circuit. It was a bad diode. I put a full cap kit on it, did a reflow, up and running, looking good. This one had a modded power wire. For some reason, it was a 3-prong power wire, which is not usually used on a 4900. This is the early model of 4900, so it has to be paired with a 4900 yoke, an early model yoke. That's important, otherwise that vertical deflection won't be proper and it won't look right. Everything's working good on this guy. I'll get ready to box this guy up. Here's number 5. It's another 4900. It appeared to be dead. When I fired it up, I heard the high voltage kick on, and I could hear the chassis chatter, so it was operating, but there was absolutely no picture on the screen. I determined the heaters weren't working, so I went through the heater circuit. I found a hairline crack. I repaired that, and I got it up and running. I also did a full cap kit. It had all original caps. And I've got a good looking picture. The hairline crack was right there on the neck board. I also did a good reflow on the bottom. Hot spots tend to be around those big heat sinks. They get hot. Those resistors back there get hot. Everything was taken care of. I'll box this guy up. And here is number 6, a Sanyo EZ20. I had to fix a pot on it, do a cap kit, and a little bit of reflow work, and I got it up and running and looking good. It had severe vertical fold-over. Now it's been on my test rig for several hours, finishing up its testing run. We are looking good. Nice colors. This one is kind of a rust bucket. Wherever it was in a damp area or a corrosive area. There's corrosion and rust all over it. But it's working fine. Everything is nice and stable on it. I'll box this up and I'll send them all back home to Canada. See ya.